Second.
City Council is now in session. Today's date, Monday, November the 1st, 2021. Please rise for invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Father, this evening we come in prayer, and we ask that you give us the wisdom and the knowledge to lead our community forward, to make it the best place to live. These things we ask in your name. Amen. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Ryan. Here. Hughes.
Here.
David.
Here.
Winkle.
Here.
Jacobs.
Here.
Poleski.
Here.
DeVries.
Here.
Mayor.
Here.
Service Director.
Here.
Law Director.
Here.
Engineer.
Here.
Auditor. Here. Liquor Council. Here.
Thank you. Tonight before you, you see the City Council meeting minutes of October the 18th, 2021. Are there any changes or corrections at this time? Hearing none, those minutes are approved as submitted. We also have the City Council public hearing minutes of October the 18th, 2021. Again, are there any changes or corrections? Those two are approved as submitted. Finally, we have the Safety Committee meeting minutes of October the 19th, 2021. Are there any changes or corrections? Hearing none, those minutes are approved as submitted. Please note we also have notes from the Planning Commission meeting minutes of October the 12th, 2021. We also have the Civil Service Commission meeting minutes of September the 27th, 2021. We have the Civil Service Commission meeting minutes of October 25th, 2021. And then we have the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting minutes of September the 22nd, 2021. That will bring us to our lobby portion of the meeting. At this time, if any residents or community members would like to get up and speak their mind, they'll be given 3 minutes to do so. We ask that you step to the podium, state your name and address for the record, and we will gladly hear you out. At this time, I don't see anybody who's joined us. Are there any correspondence that has been sent to City Council at this time? All right, seeing or hearing none, we will go ahead and move on. All right.
I'm not sure which one's.
Sure, thank you.
Commission, civil.
Okay, under notes, we also have the Board of Zoning and Building Appeals of August 26, 2021. And then we also have the Safety Committee meeting minutes of October 19th, 2021. Thank you, Doug. At this time, it will take us to administrative reports. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. There is one piece of legislation on the agenda that you have in front of you, T109. It's allowing the mayor to enter into a contract with the city of Avon for the construction of the roundabout at the intersection of Stony Ridge, Mills, and Avalon. I'll ask to add the emergency clause in order to move forward with that project. If you haven't heard, tomorrow is election day, and there are candidates on the ballot. There's also issue 11, the police station, on the ballot as well. And for more information on the police station, you can check our city's website at enridgeville.org. On Saturday, it is the 8th annual Stash Dash. stop on by if you haven't registered. I believe that there are still registrations available, but it is closing quickly. So get out there. It is going to close Mitchell Drive from approximately, Bainbridge Drive will be closed between State Route 83 and Mitchell Drive from approximately 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. for that race. On November 11th, it is Veterans Day, and City Hall will be closed on that day. Don't forget to thank the veterans for protecting our freedoms. On November 15th, the Lorraine County Public Health will be sponsoring a free COVID flu drive-through vaccination clinic, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the North Ridgeville Fire Department. That's Fire Station 1. If you have any questions, please contact the Lorraine County Public Health Department at 440-322-6367. And also you have in front of you on your table, T107. If you remember, we had this first reading way back on September 7th. We had a council of the whole committee report or a meeting on 9/7, September 7th, and we accepted that report on 10/4. And we're bringing this back. I'm asking to suspend making the motion to suspend the bylaws and placing T107 on second readings.
Second.
Thank you. And also, as a side note, I will be asking for the emergency clause on this so we can move this project forward as well.
Very good. It was moved by the mayor, seconded by Bruce, to suspend the bylaws and add T107-2021 to tonight's agenda under second readings. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swank,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Eden,
Yes.
Winkel,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Valesky,
Yes.
DeBreeze.
Yes.
The motion carries to suspend the bylaws for T107.
Thank you. And at this point, I will make the motion to go into executive session for the purposes of discussing union negotiations and the employment of public personnel.
Second.
Mayor, seconded by Swank to go into executive session for the reasons stated. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swank,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Eden,
Yes.
Winkel,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Valesky,
Yes.
DeBreeze.
Yes.
Motion carries to go into executive session.
Okay, so at this time, we will adjourn for a few moments and go into executive session. Please stand by.
Last but not least,
Thanks, Council. Mr. President, that's the end of my report.
City Council is now back in session. Thank you for your report, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Safety Service Director.
Tomorrow's the day that a group of us will be over at Center Ridge in 83, actually getting training from Grid Smart, TravTech, and the other company. I'm not sure who's going to be there, but all three of them, I believe, I know that Dan and I think maybe the mayor will be over there, plus John and his group, to understand and get a better feel as to how it works and how it functions. Also, in the last week, we had a web meeting with Beat Heat. I know that the state of Ohio has gotten rid of their de-icer that they use, the liquid de-icer. Beat Heat concentrate is recycled well brine, as well as with a small amount of beet juice in it. It's environmentally friendly, and I know that we're going to switch over to at least try that this year. We're using it in Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio, and quite a few other states. Really at cold temperatures, far colder than what we see from the original stuff that we were using last year. That completes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Safety Service Director. Mr. Engineer.
Thank you, Council President. I don't have a report tonight, but I do have one announcement that I'd like to make on the floor tonight. Would be that we're closing the Mills Road. Mills Road will be closed on Thursday, November 4th, from approximately 8:45 a.m. to about 3 p.m. For the bridge construction. The remaining pieces of the bridge are going to be delivered on Thursday, and they're going to be set in place. And while that operation is going, we won't be able to get traffic through with the crane being out there. So again, Mills Road will be closed for about 6 hours on Thursday, November 4th. This week. That concludes my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Engineer. Ms. Auditor.
Thank you, Council President. Before Council tonight is T-134, which is seeking to authorize the execution of then and now certificates. I'd like to ask Council to consider passing this resolution with the emergency clause to allow the auditor's office the ability to pay these outstanding obligations timely. Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Ms. Auditor. The reports, we have the September 2021 Fire Department report. We have the September 2021 Police Department report. And we have the October 2021 Park and Recreations Director's report. That will bring us to Council Committee reports. Clerk, please read the first one.
Safety Committee report dated October 19th, 2021, which recommends City Council consider amending Chapter 476 and Chapter 634.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Evans.
make the motion to approve. Second.
It was moved by Havens, second by Molesky, to approve the report from the Safety Committee. Clerk, please call the roll.
Swank,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Avon,
Yes.
Winkel,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Molesky,
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
It was approved unanimously to accept the Safety Committee report.
Good. Now take us to correspondence. Please read the correspondence.
Correspondence, letters dated August 4th, 2021 and October 11th, 2021 from James A. Carney at 5851 Stony Ridge Road. Request the City Council to consider amending NRCO section 642.08.
There is no old business or new business, and that will bring us to recess.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
make a motion to dispense with recess.
Second.
It was moved by Booth, seconded by Molesky to dispense with recess. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed? First readings, T-131.
T-131, 2021, a resolution authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville to enter into a cooperative agreement with the Lorraine County for the replacement of Case Road Bridge number 0083 and the adjacent retaining wall.
T-132.
132, 2021, an ordinance creating the position of stormwater foreman for the city of North Ridgeville.
Mr. Mayor, is that time sensitive in any way?
It is not.
Thank you. T-133.
T-133, 2021, an ordinance creating the salary range for the position of stormwater foreman.
T-134.
T-134, a resolution to authorize for the execution of then and now certificates by the fiscal officer and the payments of amounts due for various purchase orders.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
make a motion to dispense the second and third readings.
It was moved by Booth, second by Molesky to dispense with the second and third reading for T-134. All in favor say yes. All opposed?
Mr. President, make a motion to adopt. Second. Mr. President, make a motion to add the emergency to allow the auditor's office the necessary resources to pay the various purchase orders. Second.
It was moved by Booth, seconded by Molesky to add the emergency clause to T-134 for those reasons that were stated. On that emergency clause itself, all in favor say yes. All opposed? It was then moved by Booth, seconded by Molesky to adopt T-134 with that emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Hearing none, clerk, please call the roll.
Swing. Yes. Booth.
Yes.
Avon.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Molesky.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
The resolution passes unanimously and becomes 1537, 2021.
Second readings, T-107.
T-107, 2021, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a contract according to law and in a manner prescribed by law with R.E. Warner, an engineering design firm, for the design of an alternate location for the French Creek wastewater treatment plant influence bar screening system, not to exceed $55,800.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to dispense with the third reading for T-107.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor, seconded by Avens to dispense with third reading for T-107. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
All opposed?
Mr. President, move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, move to add the emergency clause. These screens or removing them from flood risk, reducing the screen cost and reducing maintenance over time, therefore benefiting the health and safety and welfare of the community.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor, seconded by Avens to add the emergency clause to T-107 for the reasons stated by the mayor. On that emergency clause itself, all in favor say yes. All opposed? It was then moved by the mayor, seconded by Avens to adopt T-107 with that emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Clerk, please call the roll.
Swain.
Yes.
Booth.
Yes.
Avens.
Yes.
Winkle.
Yes.
Jacobs.
Yes.
Molesky.
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously and becomes 5871, 2021.
T-125.
T 125, 2021, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville to lease purchase a new single axle dump truck with accessories from the state bid list or state co-op, or to advertise for bids and enter into a 5-year lease purchase agreement with an outside vendor according to law and in a manner prescribed by law, not to exceed $150,000.
T 130.
T 130, 2021, an ordinance amending subsection C of the NRCO section 642.08, posting bills and notices, destruction of public notices.
Mr. Mayor, is this time sensitive in any way? T 130.
No, it is not, Mr. President.
Thank you. Move on to third readings. T 104.
T 104, 2021, an ordinance amending section 1240.01 of the codified ordinances of the city of North Ridgeville, Ohio, known as the zoning code ordinance, to rezone the following land: 8540 Root Road, parcel number 07-00-014-103-327, and owned by Osabus Limited from R1 Residence District to B3 Highway Commercial District.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Booth.
make a motion to adopt.
Second.
It was moved by Booth, seconded by Avens to adopt T 104. Are there any comments or questions? Clerk, please call the roll.
Swain,
Yes.
Booth,
Yes.
Aben,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Maleski,
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously and becomes 5872, 2021.
T 109.
T 109, 2021, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of North Ridgeville to enter into a cooperative agreement with the city of Avon for the construction of a traffic roundabout at the intersection of Stony Ridge Road, Mills Road, and Avalon Drive.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Avens.
move to approve. Second.
It was moved by Avens, seconded by Maleski to adopt T 109. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Hearing none, clerk, please.
Mr. President,
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
move to add the emergency clause for T 109.
Second.
It was moved by the mayor, seconded by,
Mr. President, I'll add the reason being we need to acquire right away, and in order to do that, we need to move forward more.
it was moved by the mayor, seconded by Maleski to add the emergency clause to T 109. On that emergency clause itself, and only on that emergency clause, all in favor say yes. Yes. All opposed?
Opposed.
On T 109, movement for the emergency clause, clerk, please call the roll.
Swain,
No.
Booth,
Yes.
Avens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Maleski,
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
The motion carries 6-1.
Okay. It was then moved by Avens, seconded by Maleski to adopt T 109 with that emergency clause in place. Are there any comments or questions at this time? Clerk, please call the roll.
Swain,
No.
Booth,
Yes.
Avens,
Yes.
Winkle,
Yes.
Jacobs,
Yes.
Maleski,
Yes.
DeVries.
Yes.
The motion carries 6-1 and becomes ordinance 5873, 2021.
Okay, the announcements, we have the finance committee finance committee will meet on Wednesday, November the 3rd through November the 5th, 2021, beginning at 9 a.m. each day to discuss 2022 appropriations in city council chambers. We also have the next regular council meeting scheduled Monday, November 15th, 2021 at 7 p.m. here in council chambers. Again, as the mayor stated earlier, don't forget to vote tomorrow. And please thank a veteran on November 11th for show appreciation. Before we end, are there any final comments or questions?
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. Molesky.
In honor of what you're saying, the Veterans Day, we'd like to report that in 2 short months, we are 25% of the way there in funds needed for the Veterans Memorial. And this past week, we did receive $15,000 in donations from the Wagner Family Funeral Home, the Animal Clinic, Northview, and Dr. Hutchinson from the clinic. So we're on our way in a short period of time. And, I can tell the community is very excited about it.
Good. Job well done.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? All right, at this time, this meeting is adjourned.
Yeah, April.
Good night, ladies.
Yeah.